Right, good day and welcome. I'm Mr. Simons. Financial maths lesson, we'll be calculating your balance outstanding on a loan. Right? So balance on loan will always be my loan amount with interest minus the repayments done to date. So for loan amount with interest, we'll always increase using compound increase, P 1 plus I to the power n minus payment done, your future value equation, X 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 over I. Can also calculate balance outstanding using a present value annuity equation. P equal X brackets 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n over I, or in place instead of P I can just say balance outstanding equal X 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n over I. Very important, n is my total amount of payments minus the payments made to date. So if I have 300 payments and I've made 200, this would read 300 minus 200 and then n becomes 100. But let's look at some problems and get it into your head. Alright, Cortez takes out a loan of 240,000 to finance a Mini Cooper car. Right? So yeah, Mini Cooper, Cortez, you understand. She repays the loan over a period of 6 years, starting 1 month after she bought the car. Interest charge is 9% per annum, compounded monthly. Determine her monthly payments to repay the loan over the required period. So, P, 240,000 monthly payments, that's what we're looking for. X, 6 years compounded monthly, so 6 times 12 gives me 72. 9%, 9 divided by 100, 0.09. Compounded monthly divided by 12 gives me 0.0075. Right, so P, 240. X is what I'm looking for. I, 0.075. Negative 72. 240 times 0.075 gives me 1,008. Everything in the bracket there, 1 minus 1 plus, or 1,0075 to negative 72 will give me 0.416076366. 18 divided by that. So a monthly payment on a car loan would be 4,326,13 rand. So 4,326 rand, 13 cents. That is what she would pay every month. Right? 1.2. Cortez decides to sell the car after 3 years. Calculate how much money she still owes on the loan. So she grew a little bit taller and the Mini Cooper is a bit too small. So she decides to sell the car after 3 years. So remember P, she borrowed 240,000. She was paying 4,326 rand 13 cents. 3 years later, 3 times 12 gives me 36. The interest is still 0.09 over 12 or 0.0075. So for balance on loan, I'll do both ways. P1 plus I to the power n minus X in brackets 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 over I. So P 240,000. I 0.075 and N 36. Right, so far she's loaned for 36 months or 33 years. There she's paid 4,326,13, 1 plus 0.0075 to the power 36 minus 1 divided by 0.0075. Right, so we punch that in, 314,074 cents minus the 178. So she still owes 136,042 cents after 3 years on the Mini Cooper. Right, or as I said, if we use present value, P equal X 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n over I. Right, X is 4,326,13. I was 0.0075. So after 3 years, so remember it was 6 years, 6 minus 3 still gives me 3 years. So therefore that stays 36. So 3 times 12 minus 36 over 0,0075. Punch it all in, get 136,042,97. So more or less the same, slight difference. Depends on how many decimals are included with it. Right? But there's slight difference. And that is a norm depending on which equation you use. Right? So yeah, always use the one that gives you a higher value if you run a business. No, you don't. That's unethical, right? But yeah, let's look at the next one. Cookie Bakes takes out a loan of 900,000 to open a bakery, which she will repay with 165,40 payments. She makes monthly repayments of 9,000 rand, the interest rate of 8% per annum, compounded monthly. Calculate the balance outstanding after 132 payments. So P equal 900,000, monthly payment, X equal 9,000, N 132, I 8% divided by 100, 0,08, compounded monthly, therefore divided by 12, gives me 0,006666 or 667. So balance on loan, loan amount minus repayment, P1 plus I to the negative N, which is 900,000, 1 plus 0,0067, and N is 132. Minus the X, 9,000, 1 plus 0,00667 to the power 132 minus 1 over 0,00667. So that there, 2,164,428 rand 19 minus 1,895,694 rand 43 cents. So she still owes 268,733 rand 76 cents after 132 payments. Technically, she's paid double what she's loaned, but she still owes us. Or P equal X 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative N over I. So N equal 165,40 payments minus the 132 payments that's made so far. So for present value, my N is 33,4. So X 9,000, I 0,00667 minus 33,40 over 0,00667. There you can see they both 268, but that's 733 and this is 671,36. So slight difference, right? I just rounded off. I could have used the whole 3, 9, etc. going on and made them exactly the same, right? So Cookie Bakes still owes 268,000 on a bakery, right? Now let's look at the last couple of problems. A home loan of 1 million rand is secured at 10% per annum, compounded monthly, repayable over 30 years. Right, so P equal 1 million, X unknown, N 30 times 12 equal 360, I is 0,1, 10 divided by 100, 0,1 over compounded monthly 12. Calculate the monthly installment. So P equal X 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative N over I. P being a million equal X 1 minus 1 plus 0,1 over 12 minus the 360 and my interest 0,1 over 12. Million times that gives me 8,333 rand 33 cents. 1 minus 1 plus 0,1 over 12 to the power negative 360 simplifies to 0,9495901659. 8333,33 divided by the 0,9495901659. Every month she'll pay back 8,775 rand 75 cents to pay off a home loan of 1 million rand. Right? That's a 10%. So what's the balance outstanding after 10 years? So we know she borrowed $1 million. We know X is 8775.71. We just calculated it. 30 years times 12, 360, and we know the interest is 0.1 over 12. So my balance outstanding on loan equal P 1 plus I to the power n minus X in brackets 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 close brackets over I. P being $1 million, 1 plus 0.1 over 12, 10 years compounded monthly, 10 times 12, minus X, which is 8775.71, 1 plus my interest, which is 0.1 over 12, 10 years, 10 times 12, minus 1 over 0.1 over 12. So after 10 years, I owe 2,707,041 rand 48 cents, and I've paid 1,797,660 rand 12 cents back on a R1 million loan. So far they've made 797,000 rand interest from me. So I still owe 909,381 rand, 36. So after 10 years paying almost 9,000 every month, I technically only paid 81,000, or not 81, 91,000 back. Interesting. Right? Or as I said, using present value, P equal X, 1 minus 1 plus I minus N, X being 8775.71, 1 minus 1 plus 0.1 over 12 minus 30 years minus 10 years would give me 20 years times 12, which gives me negative 240. Right? Over 0.1, 12, punch in the calculator. I also get 909,381.36. Right? Now let's look at the next question. Now they say if in month 121 to 128 he makes no payments on his loan, calculate his new balance outstanding. So remember, 10 years, 10 times 12 gives me 120 payments. So after 120 payments, his balance outstanding was 909,381 rand 36. So now, first month of the 11th year up to the 7th month, he makes no payments. So N 128 minus 121, very important, plus 1. When I subtract here, gives me 7, but if I count from here to there, it's actually 8. So therefore 7 plus 1 to give me 8. Right, so when you don't pay on your loan, we always increase using the compound increase formula. So A equal P, 1 plus I to the power n. P, my balance outstanding after 10 years, 909,381.36. 1 plus my interest, which is still 0.1 over 12, and N, the 8 months I'm not paying. So for the 8 months I'm not paying, I still owe 971,804 and 81 cents. So my money gets increased every time I don't pay. Right, just to make sure you understand, if I start 121, 122, 123, going all the way to 128, you'll see you count 8 values and not 7. Right? Let's look at the last question. Now, if he wants to pay off the loan in the same time period, calculate his new monthly installment. So after month 128, he owes 971,804.81. Want X, and now would be 30 times 12 minus, remember, up to 128 months he hasn't paid, so I still have 232 payments left. I equals 0.1 over 12. So P, and now I assume you can see the formula, P being 971,804.81. Looking for X, 1 minus 1 plus 0.1 over 12 minus 232 over 0.1 over 12. This times that, 8098.37. 1 minus 1 plus 0.1 over 12 to the negative 232 simplifies to 0.8541712434. Very important, I don't round off beforehand. Can write it up to there and just make dot dot, but on your calculator keep the values. right? So that divided by this gives me 9,480 rand 97 cents to ensure I still pay off the loan in 30 years. It's basic present value annuity. Still going to look at various forms of how we're going to test this. If you enjoy, please like, share and subscribe. Wish you nothing but the best. God bless. Bye.